Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, or good evening. Just depends on when you're watching the video, I guess. We are going to take a quick tour on how to create DocuSign templates this morning. So I'm going to take you through from the DocuSign login page because we are going to do this in a DocuSign room that is not attached to one of your opportunities. We're doing this because this is a separate activity that is going to have a feature that applies or can apply to every single room that you create. And so we're going to set this up in a different room so that it's not stuck in one of your functioning rooms that is attached to a transaction. Okay, so we're just going to start at rooms.docusign.com and we're going to log in. And sometimes this will take you to your e-signature side, and sometimes it will take you into the room side. And remember, over here on the right-hand side, you just toggle back and forth. It actually depends on, I believe, where you were logged in last. If you were logged in last on the e-signature side, that's where it's going to put you. And if you're logged in on the room side, that's where it's going to put you. So from here, this puts you on your dashboard and it gives you an idea of everything that you have been working on or have access to in your forms and rooms libraries. I'm going to click on rooms at the top, and this gives you just a different view of everything. The dashboard is what was worked on most recently. This is everything that is in your room's history. On the right-hand side, I'm going to click new. And I'm going to call this template creation for 514. Okay, and I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to choose that I'm on the list and buy side because I like to have it cover everything when I'm doing a class or something like this. And I click save. This gives me a room that I can do all kinds of things in that's not tied to a specific opportunity and command. Okay, this will never be tied to an opportunity and command because once it's created in DocuSign, it will never talk to command. It does not go backwards. Here in the details tab, there isn't anything because we didn't import it from command. So this would all be things that I would need to manually type in if I was going to create a document for a specific transaction. Of course, here is the documents tab. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to click on my documents at the top. And here we see where it says form templates. We're going to click on forms templates. And we can see that I've already created a template for a training that I did recently. You can go in and edit templates that you've already created. But for this purpose this morning, I'm going to show you how to create the template. So what we do here is we click the blue button on the top right hand that says create form template. And from here, actually I'm going to make my screen a little bigger for you guys. There we go. From here, we select from the forms library or the forms group, and then we pick the document we want. So for today, let's do our listing agreement. So I'm going to scroll in, I'm going to find the listing agreement, and I'm going to click use. And what this does is this brings up the document with the DocuSign fillable fields, and it allows us to type things into the document that we want to be auto-filled into our forms when we bring them into command. Into our room when we create an opportunity from command. Okay, so remember when we create an opportunity from command, we go to the details tab, we put in some information, then we bring in the document and it autofills what's in that details tab. Well, this actually gives you an opportunity to have more details, more information fill in that you don't have to type in that details tab that you want to be in there every single time. It also has more fields than what's just in the details tab. So this is the equivalent of an enhanced details tab, if you will, that's going to be able to autofill when you tell it to on your documents. So here, what you want to fill in on your templates are things that will be the same on every single one of your documents. For example, the broker name, right? The name of our company is going to be the same on every single one of your documents, okay? So I'm going to put KW United Falls Church here. That's going to be the same on every single document you have. Your office address is going to be the same on every single document that you have, okay? So you can fill all of that in here. Office email address is going to be the same on every single document that you have. So you can fill those in. Now remember, on the marketing checklist cheat sheet that I have sent out, and if you're in boot camp, you have that on the cover page of boot camp, so you know all of the information that gets filled out in here. You can fill that in here, okay? Conveyances are not going to be the same on everything, right? Home warranties, utilities, those are not going to be the same on everything. Something that would be the same on everything would be your representation, right? We do suggest that everyone consent to designated and does not consent to dual. So you could fill that in. Your compensation in most cases will be the same. I would suggest if you're doing the tiered or the packages, the different plans on your listings, that you don't fill this in. On a buyer agency agreement, you could fill in compensation because we are charging the same thing to everyone, right? Every individual agent gets to decide what they're charging. So on your buyer agreement, you could certainly charge that or put that in. Variable rate commission would not apply if you're not doing the dual agency. So you could put NA on here. Relocation program, you don't know if it's a relocation program, you don't know if it's a condo, right? A lot of this is not going to be the same on every transaction. However, your name is going to be the same, right? So you could type your name here and your team name if you're on a team, and your email address. And then of course, my information as your broker goes here, right? Cell phone and email address. I'm filling all of this in for a reason, because I want to show you how the template works in a moment. Okay, so I'm going to hit save changes. And you could do this also for your contract, the regional sales contract document. At the end, it has that space when you are a buyer's agent to fill in all of your information for your brokerage and your license number and the office license number. And then for the listing side, well, all of your side is always going to be the same. So you could fill that in, right? You could have all of that be filled in on the template. So your agency agreements and your contract are my suggestion for documents that you would want to go in and create templates. Okay. From here, how would you use this? Well, we're going to go back into our room documents, okay? And we're going to look at, we're going to look at how this actually functions. So in the details tab, remember, if you bring it in from command, you're going to have some information in here already. And I want to show you what happens. So this was a listing agreement. Okay, I'm going to type in a seller's name. So we'll use Grace Lillian because that's always who we use. Okay. So Grace Lillian. And I'm going to put in a listing agent here. All right. I'm going to click save. And then we're going to go to the Documents tab. So there's two ways that you can do your templates. So you can bring in a document and then apply the document after it's in, or you can apply the document before you bring it in, or while you're bringing it in, I should say. So let's look at forms groups here for a minute. Let's find our Virginia listings. Exclusive right to sell. So here on the right-hand side, as soon as you click the document, if you have a template set up for this document, it's going to give you an option to apply the template right now before you put it into your room. You don't have to, you can simply bring it into the room. Now, if I clicked on deport disclosure, see, I don't have a template set up for the deport disclosure, so it didn't give me the option. But on the exclusive right to sell, I do. So I could apply that. I'm not going to apply that right now. Okay, I'm just going to bring it in, and then I'm going to show you the second way. So what happens here, right, because I already had things in the details tab, I want to show you that our client name is here, and then I put David Donaldson as the agent. See, we have Grace Lillian, and then down at the bottom, we have David Donaldson. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close that. Now, on the right hand, when I right click on this, we have a new toolbar that comes up, and there's an apply form template option. So that's the second way that you can apply your template. Now, something important to know is if you apply the template after you have information that's typed into your document, the template information will overwrite what you have in your document already. So I typed in David Donaldson as the listing agent, right? And now I'm going to apply this form template. And it's going to overwrite where we had David Donaldson pull in from the details tab. And it's going to put my name because the template overwrites what you already had in the document. Okay, so now we have KW United Falls Church in there, we have the address in there, and if we scroll to the bottom, you're going to see now my name as the listing agent. Okay, so it's a very important detail that I wanted you to know is that if you start typing in your document and then you're like, oh wait, I have that template. Once you apply the template, it's okay. You can apply the template, but if you have typed anything in there that is also a field that's filled in your template, the template information is going to overwrite what you had on your fillable form already. Okay, I'm going to hit save and close. And that, friends, is how you can play with and set up your templates. And so when you create your new room on DocuSign, I want you to go in and I want you to make your templates and then go in and do this. I want you to go and practice with your templates before you start using them on your actual documents. So having this room set up for your template creation, so it's really a matter of going in and creating your templates, right, in your own forms document, and then coming in and you're making your templates so that you can make sure that this has all of the information that you want, where you want it, how you want it, because we can go back then to our forms and our groups, our template groups, and make edits if we need to. So when we go back to the dashboard and we click on My Documents and Form Templates, let's say I made a mistake, right? Once I imported it and I was looking over everything and I saw, okay, great, this is what I needed to have, or I want to add this, or I wanted to have, you know, something else. You just go in, you click Edit, and it pulls it up, and then you can change whatever it was. So if I made a typo, I fat finger my phone number all the time. So if I went in and I, you know, made a mistake, you just go right in and you fix it here. So if I forgot to put the city and I really wanted that in there, you do that, you hit save, and then it's there. Okay, so that is form templates. And soon, we're hoping that we may have even further enhancements to how you can do these templates and work with forms groups for yourself. So stay tuned for more updates and fantastic enhancements to make your life easier in DocuSign. I hope this was helpful to you. And as always, you can reach out if you have any questions on DocuSign. And we still do have our Monday classes. The second Monday of every month is basics on Command and DocuSign, and advanced DocuSign is the fourth Monday of every month at 1 o'clock on kwunitedtraining.com. So I will see you guys soon.